We can't believe we're saying this, but Star Citizen, the game that was originally supposed to come out 12 years ago, has suffered another high-profile embarrassment. Welcome to Inside Games Daily, the only gaming news show brave enough to still enjoy the game sometimes, despite our disappointment, really.
Yeah, we always have how should we describe it? We have a good time in Star Citizen once you kind of convince yourself that all of the quirks with the game are part of the game. That takes some doing, though, and man, showings like this don't endear us anymore to the game or, unfortunately, to the devs behind it. But we can throw from here to the one man we're all completely endeared with. Brian Garr, what happened?
I think Star Citizen is really just the best ARG game of all time. Like, it's just, I don't think there's an actual game. I think this is it. We're living through it. But yeah, so the news is developers at Cloud Imperium Games had the misfortune of trying to actually play Star Citizen in front of a live audience earlier this month, and it did not go well.
What a surprise. Star Citizen's standard glitches and lag afflicted nearly the entire play session, which was itself quarantined on a private instance to try and avoid those lags. So I have to be very, very clear here. This is not on the servers that we normally play with 100 people. This was on a dev server with just them.
Yeah, the most ideal of scenarios, but all of those problems of the game actually messing up were further compounded by some passive-aggressive exchanges between the developers playing, thanks to what we can fully empathize with as a very stressful situation.
Yeah, this poor showing led to a whole new level of disappointment in the Star Citizen community, which is impressive as they are already very well acquainted with disappointment.
Yeah, this one made it all the way to the hollowed front page of IGN, because this live stream happened like 2 weeks ago, and it's been like slowly building steam. And IGN recapped the event in an article yesterday. But before we get to that article, we'll hear a word from our sponsors, Monarch. Inside Games is brought to you by Monarch. Monarch simplifies finances by bringing all of your accounts together into one clear view. You'll always know where your money is and where it's going. You can achieve your savings goals quicker and collaborate with your partner or professional at no extra cost. Monarch is completely private and ad-free. You are the customer, not the product. Monarch also syncs with over 13,000 institutions. So that way you'll have one clean dashboard for all of your accounts, spending, net worth, debt payoff, and your bills. My favorite part of Monarch is the budgeting. I love budgeting, and I love figuring out where all your money is going. Monarch has flexible budgeting with custom categories, so you can figure all that out every month. If you want to utilize it, there's AI-powered insights on your financial data. And another one of my favorite parts is that Monarch is cross-platform on web and mobile. If you want to look at either one, they're all the same. So if Monarch looks like something you want to use, make sure you click the link in our description or scan the QR code on the screen, and you'll be supporting Inside Games, and you'll be figuring out where all your money's going using Monarch. Start your free trial of Monarch and get 50% off your first year of Total Money Clarity using our link in the description, or you can use code INSIDEGAMES50 for 50% off the Monarch Core tier.
All right, thank you very much for the support, Monarch. All right, let's get into the details about this stream. Cloud Imperium Games, like we said, live streamed their new remade / remastered Siege of Orison mission, which was supposed to launch on July 30th, but has been delayed.
Unlike other events in Star Citizen, this is supposed to spin up instances for teams of 4 to allow for more curated experience and narrative scripted events.
Yeah, they're supposed to be better. Kind of like a Destiny Strike or kind of World of Warcraft dungeon, sort of like that. Just one problem, it doesn't work. That's a pretty major problem, I'll be honest.
Oh, dang it. Yeah, it's supposed to be in the private test servers now, but apparently it's not even working there. People are struggling to actually get instances. Because of that, the stream opened with Star Citizen content director Jared Huckabee explaining that they would be playing on an internal build and a separate instance from the rest of the live servers or any servers at all.
We recognize the current state of the PTU. Let's just say that. It's why Siege of Orison was originally scheduled for 4.9 last month. It's been delayed a whole month. It still needs time to cook. Basically, we know. We see the reports, we play it ourselves, we hear you, whatnot. Playing today on the PTU doesn't really do what we wanted to do today. So we will be playing on an internal build. This is the game as it's designed to work.
What followed was nearly 2 hours of familiar Star Citizen bugs, like lagged out reloads.
Guys, I can't read.
We're
My
gonna
God,
die.
it's broken. Help. Alright.
My guns are messed up. They're struggling.
Glitched item containers.
I've got loads in my chest. I'm all good. I am actually, yeah.
So there's no medical stuff for me.
Sloppy AI.
Yeah,
Other lanes are more,
plenty of variety of like engagement, I guess.
And sudden, spontaneous deaths.
I'm down. What just killed me? Was it you, Elliot? I bet it was you.
Man, I know those really, really well. I've seen a lot of those. The message to Star Citizen enthusiasts is not a savory one, that even in the most ideal conditions, this is just how the game is.
Yeah, playing Star Citizen, it's easy to imagine, oh, wouldn't this be cool if it all worked? Oh, well, the problem is I don't think it ever does or ever will. So it just is what it is, yeah. And as we said previously, the developers playing this game wrote a very fine line between typical gamer banter and what sounds like full-on passive-aggressive snipping.
Okay, so what's next? Talk to me.
Well, the mission will talk to you.
No,
You ready?
you
You
to
ready?
explain.
You ready? It's going to tell us to go somewhere else. Let's go.
We want to hear it from you.
We've got to reach the upper platform, haven't we?
Okay, now you can talk.
Yeah, other exchanges feel more defensive than apologetic, which is the tone one would expect when demonstrating content to paying backers.
So, Twitch chat, I'm going to ask you a question. How, obviously this is in PTU, you guys can play this, you know, what's your average time that you get through this and what's your experience? We were talking before how long it's going to take us with our impeccable skill, as you've all seen.
Ollie, you've just fully opened up to them being like, oh, can't time it because it don't fucking work.
Well, you
Which
can
we
time
know
it.
it doesn't, we're working on it, but
Well,
they're
we
going to
can-
say it, you know they are.
Twitch chat isn't going to hurt you, Elliot. It's okay. You'll be fine. Relax. We are just here to discuss and enjoy and share development.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Knight Rider is going to have his work cut out for him.
Oh, I'm done. Damn it.
Tempers seemed to cool a bit in the last third of the stream, which is good, until a glitch fully prevented one party member from respawning until they disconnected.
This led to one of the developers telling another to quote-unquote kill yourself before clarifying after a very heavy beat that it was just a joke, just in-game.
Don't
Ollie,
queue up in the
kill yourself.
in the bed.
I mean,
Eloquently
game.
put.
In-game.
Yeah, just to clarify.
Somehow, this cringe climax was then upstaged by content director Jared Huckabee with the money quote.
We're at time. It's your show. Wrap it up.
Thanks for watching, guys. What did you think of Siege? Good time. I enjoyed it. The cinematics, the immersion was good. Yeah. Jared, you say goodbye or you say goodbye? No? Okay. Luke?
This is a great quote. I love seeing him say this. All right. Well, response from the community was despondent, but shockingly self-aware, actually. So, for instance, Zapuki Arts on Reddit speculated that it, quote, must be nice to be a developer for a game where the default expectation is that it's completely broken. To which Totally Obvious Bot pointed out that, quote, you people keep fucking giving them money, so why should they care whether it works or not?
Yeah, this has become a pretty familiar rhetorical loop that the Star Citizen community's gone through a couple times. They've worn grooves into that path already, yeah. YouTuber Captain Katarn expressed, roughly the same sentiments in a YouTube video covering the live stream a few weeks ago. They acknowledged the terrible showing, while also acknowledging that Star Citizen is somehow earning more money than ever.
If you're not aware, Star Citizen's funding is up. Last time I checked, almost 40% higher year over year compared to 2025.
So despite the state of the game, players are spending more money on Star Citizen than ever. It's still a money machine. Katarn even admits that he'll likely buy a $200 ship that hasn't even been officially announced yet, musing that perhaps all that matters is how the game makes you feel.
Oh, wow. That sounds like gambling. That sounds like going to a slot machine or playing at the craps table and losing over and over and being like, well, it made me feel good for a few hours. Okay. I mean, whatever you say, I guess. And generally speaking, yes, that is why Star Citizen never fixes their problems, because they are making over $1 billion now total from their crowdfunding. And everybody keeps giving them money. I gave them $42 about 5 years ago, And that's where it stopped. I don't know about Lawrence. Lawrence and I played the game a bunch. How much have you given them, Lawrence?
I'd have to look up the receipt. I bought a starter kit that has just the tiniest, like, it's the Honda Civic of space. I love it. It's tiny. I can do barely anything with it, but it flies me around. And that's enough. That's enough for my like biannual check-in with Star Citizen. Just the adventure of trying to get from your med bed to your ship can be the game itself sometimes. Let me see here.
Guys, the real game was the feelings we had all this time.
Oh yeah, that's right, exactly.
Oh, here we go. Oh, $40. Yeah. What did I buy?
Pretty good deal. I think you got the same thing I did.
That was in 2022. Yeah. Weird. I thought it was later. I swear I played it before that. There must have been like a free weekend or something.
No, yeah, you got the same thing I did.
I mean, yeah, when it comes to money, I've gotten my $40 worth out of Star Citizen, that's for sure. As for the rest of it, I'll just say I'm glad other people are paying for this and not me. I'd be much more upset. But, you know, I don't really have a right to judge what other people do with their money. I guess to some degree you can always be like, that's stupid. But then you move on with your life. And then in this case, that's kind of how I feel about it. If people have free money and they want to burn it on somebody else's dream or maybe even their own dream, while acknowledging that it's probably a stupid thing to do, that's their freedom. I don't know. I think there's an interesting dynamic in gamer communities whenever the walls of containment are kind of broken around individual micro communities and how they value things. So I've seen this before about how I think legendarily Star Wars Battlefront weirdly is a good example of this, about how different communities can be monetized in different ways, or they'll tolerate different kinds of monetization. People that play sports games are used to being just reamed up and down, and for a weird degree, they're kind of okay with it. So then EA tried to put a similar system in a shooter, and all of a sudden you're dealing with a different audience that is much more hypersensitive to specific things. You can't really do that. So it kind of blew up in their face. It was way too much for that audience that wasn't used to it. So that's kind of what Star Citizen is. They found a group of people who have a lot of disposable money and are willing to keep investing it into this hallucination of a game. And it's playable such as you can play it. So the system just keeps churning on. You know, what is anything in this world? People give money to streamers and stuff because they like them. I think it's kind of the same thing with Star Citizen. People like the idea of it, so they give it money. And if they feel like they're getting what they want out of it, such as good feelings, well, then Star Citizen gets to keep employing people and pretending like they're going to make a space game someday. I would like to play that. I still want to play Squadron 42 because I'm a Wing Commander fan. So we'll see. I think there are troubling implications outside of that. But as far as I'm concerned, if a different kind of game can find a different kind of customer, and if that customer is willing to tolerate a lot, it's not a threat to me, at least not yet. There is a way that it might be a threat to me, but I'll get to that in a minute.
Star Citizen reminds me of the time I bought an opened box of Legos on Craigslist. Like, I got Legos. They were technically Legos, but it didn't make a Millennium Falcon. Like, that's what I picture Star Citizen. And yeah, I bought way stupider shit than Star Citizen, a Star Citizen ship. So more power to you. You know, I don't know. It just feels, the game feels like an old fable at this point. Like if they stop making it, everything will just explode or collapse into a giant fraud investigation. So it's like, it has to keep going forever. Like we will be making Star Citizen videos for the next 20 years.
You're totally right, Brian. It's funny you say that because the last Star Citizen video that we made, which was like, I don't know, 6 months ago, 9 months ago, a year ago, I still see comments almost every day on that very specific video because we put scam on the thumbnail and it says scam and then it's Star Citizen. People get so mad. And Lawrence brought up the best point about Star Citizen. As long as this audience is just self-aware, as long as you're self-aware that you gave them $1,000 for a JPEG that may or may not work most of the time and you have fun with it, totally fine. I'm happy to talk with you about Star Citizen knowing that you know that it's a broken piece of shit because I played a bunch of it. It's a broken piece of shit, but you have a lot of fun with your friends doing things you probably wouldn't normally do. And it was funny because I was just talking with somebody about GTA Online, and GTA Online is actually very similar. GTA Online is like kind of laggy. It's always hacked. It's sort of broken, but there's this amazing flow state that you find in GTA Online. It takes like 2 hours to get there. Once you get there though, man, it's so much fun. And it's the same with Star Citizen. It takes a long time to get there because everything's fucking broken. But once you get there, you're having a blast. And you have crazy gamer moments that you never have anywhere else. But boy, oh boy, it takes a long time and hopefully not a lot of money. That's the real catch.
Yeah, it takes 12 years.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right.
And you described it perfectly, Bruce. It is like some of the more exciting but more broken relationships. You know, I've played so many games that run flawlessly and deliver a nice experience, and they've faded to memory. But yeah, some of the crucibles I've gone through in Star Citizen just trying to do basic tasks are burned into my brain. Yeah, live and let live. I don't know. My concern is, and this is a mounting concern with a lot of other factors going on right now, the rise in prices of game consoles and stuff like that. I worry that not only with a generational split in the kinds of games that are getting played, with basically Roblox swooping up younger generations, but with the millennial kind of game not growing an audience anymore, but also people maybe finding out that millennials, older people, have a lot of disposable income to drop. I'm worried that this kind of game, if people can't target a bigger audience, they're going to try to make more money per unit sale, whatever. So yeah, I worry that with consoles getting more expensive, that games will get more expensive because everyone will find out that the target audience for this kind of game has a lot of disposable money. So yeah, hopefully the Star Citizen community keeps all their money right there and no one else tries to target it. And no one else thinks that there's a lot of free money out there to be grabbed by simply raising prices and overpromising. Because what I'd hate is a rash of overpromised games that really whisk away a lot of aging folks that might be trying to recapture some of their youth or their wonder for games. And then they get talked into very high dollar purchases that don't go anywhere. I kind of saw that happening with NFTs and like the metaverse. Luckily, all that dissipated. So hopefully we're not ramping up to another one of those.
Guys, if you want a real good laugh, click on this YouTube video of the live stream and read the comments. Boy, oh boy, there's some real good comments. The top voted one that I had was, go easy on the dev team. It was probably the first time they've actually played the game. Oh my gosh, it's just beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful. Go read those comments because again, as long as you're self-aware, you're good. I don't want to see any comments on this video being like, guys, you weren't fair to Star Citizen. Fuck off. This game's broken. It's been broken for years. I did see a tweet that might have hinted that Squadron 42 is coming out at the end of this year. Possibly. So that looks semi-positive. So maybe Squadron 42 this year.
Yeah, for all the joking, I'm going to be there as soon as I possibly can for Squadron 42. See all those stellar performances from all of our high-dollar actors. It's going to be a good time. Maybe we'll... Dare I hope we have another Mind's Eye on our hands? Maybe?
Oh,
that's expensive disasters are my forte. Gosh, I love it so much. You can feel the warmth from the money burning through your monitor. It's great. Thank you all very much for watching Inside Games Daily. Our show doesn't have that feel. We'd like to burn some money for you, but we don't have tons of it. But we promise anything we get doesn't go right to Star Citizen. We just play it like humble players whenever it lets us, so we're thankful for that. But thank you for watching. Any amount of support is particularly helpful these days. Thanks to our Patreon supporters DJ Kento and George the Beer Villain. Like we said, that money goes to keep the show running, but hey, if you really want us to buy the most expensive Star Citizenship, we bravely will. If you send us money for that, we'll do it. But I'd rather spend it on other stuff, I'm gonna be honest.
We're at time. It's your show. Wrap it up. We're very, very aware. As you are, as we are, everybody's are.
Literally peered over the top of them, guys.
I know, I had 6 of them just pop up out of cover right
These
now.
AI are crap.
To have a live stream today where we just show what we're already very aware and you're seeing.
Oh, nice.
I'm pretty sure it's Ollie at this point shooting me.
The same thing you can see on any number of Twitch streams. Doesn't really serve much purpose. We're at time. It's your show. Wrap it up.